Hey, what's up guys, it's Liam or Weagle on your Overwatch, back with a new video. Today we're going to be talking about the potential nerf to Mercy and a buff to Roadhog, two heroes that are being spoken about a lot on forums and among the community in general, and there's a lot of opinions in every single direction. So I'd love to hear your opinions on how you would change or not change either of these two heroes in their current state. Big Daddy Jeff made a huge post about balance in general a couple of weeks ago, and he just made another one, and in this they mentioned that they are very happy with the game in general. He did mention that they do not necessarily always agree among the team, just like people in the community don't either, but they are looking at these two heroes. But they do feel the game is balanced, and they are looking at them because they don't feel these heroes are fun to play for either the player or the person playing against these two heroes. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with Roadhog, because he is the one that got the recent nerf and a lot of people aren't very happy about. Now we know that the Overwatch team are very happy that Roadhog can no longer one-shot, but this does put him in a weird place. His mid-fight is way better than it was, but that doesn't necessarily mean he can get the same value that he used to. If they do change him, what could they do? What are your suggestions? I mean, you could make the hook cooldown way less, but keep the inconsistency, meaning that right now you can't necessarily one-shot everything in the game, but what if you got the hook every 5 seconds? Dragging that enemy into your team every 5 or 6 seconds is not only pleasing people that don't want solo Hog that can just go off and kill everything on his own, it makes team play, but it also makes him more viable. Having that hook way more often could be one way to fix it, although it of course will still require a lot of teamwork. Another option would be to revert him back to where he was, which I know Roadhog mains want, but then what would you do? Because a lot of people agree that he's either overpowered or, according to the Overwatch team, unfair. So what could you do there? Make it every 10 seconds every hook? I mean, that's a long time to have a lot of downtime with a big hitbox and not your only piece of equipment to kill enemies in a reliable way. That's what the current change is to do. It is in order to keep him in the fight more often, but not necessarily go off and one-shot everything. So what is the middle ground? Well, there's one thing we're not thinking about, and that is Doomfist. Roadhog does wreck Doomfist. It's very easy to hook him, very easy to shoot him and ult fire him, which Roadhog can now do 33% quicker than he used to be able to. And overall, Doomfist just can't really kill Roadhog reliably, at least in a 1v1. Roadhog can control the hell out of him, drag him into the team, and just decimate him as a team player. It is a very, very good counter, and something I don't think people are realizing yet. If we was to look at these different options on what we could do with Roadhog, I think the most likely is that they'll keep his current mid-fight state Roadhog, but actually lower the hook cooldown. I think that's most likely. They're not going to fully rework him, and going back on what they initially didn't like anyway isn't very likely at all. Let me know what you guys think to Roadhog, how you'd change him, what you'd like to see. I'd love to read through your thoughts and opinions. We're going to move on to Mercy now, who again is being claimed as not fun to play against, and that's what Jeff doesn't like, but also he says that even for the Mercy player, it can also feel not very fun. Now, Mercy's a little bit trickier because her viability and her use is very different at a lot of ranks. The reason it's not fun for the people playing against her is because people can't kill her quick enough before she gets the res. Also, she can just sit in the back and hide while you fight and then come in and res the whole team that you then have to play against. This is not fun for a lot of people because they find it very hard to counter her, and a lot of people feel that it's very easy to get that value out of Mercy, particularly at lower levels. And then the flip side to that is that at higher levels, Mercy players feel like they can't stay alive. Doomfist, again, is a pretty good killer of Mercy. He can hunt her down. If he sees her flying off in one direction, he can fist and follow her. It presents a lot of problems for the Mercies against higher level players. So there's this weird tier balance that's very difficult for Overwatch, and it's not fun for Mercies in some ways because they're constantly having to dodge shots. But I know there will also be the flip side to that, where some people love playing Mercy in that way, where they're staying alive and flying from teammate to teammate and getting off tempo reses, which is where you res only 1 or 2 of your teammates, which is way more consistent nowadays than getting that big teamfight res. Now, Mercy is definitely better to play against now than she used to be, because she used to be able to res people map wide, and now when she reses people, she doesn't die straight away because she gets that invincibility. But I think people are feeling from a lot of different directions she's not in the right place, so because it's not as simple as Roadhog, because it's a lot more 8-dimensional, and Roadhog is simply just a nerf or a buff here or there, will we see some kind of a rework for Mercy? If you have any ideas on that, again, I'd love to read them. The problem with this is we like to come up with theories and ideas on how they can change heroes, but with Mercy, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I actually don't know what they're going to do to her. Will they make her res less useful? Maybe you can only res 2 or 3 heroes, but you get it a bit more often, or maybe it's easier to stay alive and you can fly to people. Maybe she gets a different passive ability, or maybe she even gets something similar to Anna's Sleep Dart. I'm not saying it would be Sleep Dart, but some other kind of ability to keep her alive in the fight longer and do different things that isn't just fly from here to there and get the occasional res off. One thing that's definitely true about all of this is that Doomfist is going to mix up the meta, and specifically both of these heroes in question. But as Jeff said, leading back to the initial point of this video, they don't feel that these heroes are actually unbalanced at different levels. It feels like they're balanced differently and they have different effects, but what their main issue is the hero fun to play, and is the hero fun to play against? And overall, the bigger percentage clearly think that both of these heroes need some kind of a change. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Be sure to check out our Twitter and our Discord, where you guys can find the Roadhog main of your dreams. Be sure to hit that bell icon so you guys get notified when our videos go live. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and have a great day as always. Take care and peace, people.